There's an uncanny sense of déjà vu every time Meghan Markle steps into the public eye. Outfits, the interviews, the subtle gestures, even the eyeliner. It's not nostalgia, it's not coincidence, it's imitation, calculated and deliberate. Meghan didn't just admire Princess Diana, she studied her, almost like following a manual. So when she joined the royal family, she didn't arrive to discover her place. She came in with a plan: recreate Diana's magic, to inherit the world's affection. But here's the truth. When emotion is staged, people can sense it. You can't imitate pain and expect it to feel real. Diana's heartbreak and defiance were authentic, shaped by silence, scars, and the chaos she never invited. Meghan, meanwhile, appeared to fast forward through Diana's entire life story, as if checking boxes on a list. Be shy, cover your mouth, look vulnerable, sit for a softly lit, emotional interview, leave the royal family, post a shock statement online without warning the Queen. It all felt choreographed, crafted to make the public see her through the same sympathetic lens once reserved for Diana. But there's one huge problem. The world isn't the same anymore. Diana lived in an age before social media, before cancel culture, before endless visibility. Every photo of her mattered because there were so few. Every quote hit harder because she rarely spoke. Diana left room for empathy. Meghan filled that room too quickly, too often, too loudly. And when you keep flooding the world with your version of the truth, people stop listening. They start investigating. And when the cracks appear, the illusion falls apart. Harry didn't help matters either. His anger toward the press was understandable. He watched it destroy his mother. But instead of learning from that trauma, he let it cloud his judgment. Meghan knew how to tap right into that wound. I hate the press too, just like you. Together they began releasing statements, sparring with headlines, and fueling a narrative that painted them as victims of a grand media conspiracy. Even though, more often than not, those headlines were simply factual. It's no wonder public support vanished so fast. Meghan didn't earn trust, she assumed it. She skipped the slow, grueling process Diana endured, the awkward beginnings, the emotional vulnerability, the painful unraveling of her marriage, and went straight for the crown of the People's Princess 2.0. Public affection isn't inherited. You can't marry into it or mimic your way to it. Diana wasn't loved because she cried on camera. She was loved because the world saw her endure suffering with dignity, grow with grace, and fight back only when she had to. Meghan, however, played the victim card just 2 years in. Tears on Oprah, tears on Netflix, tears in Africa. She wanted those moments to strike like Diana's, but audiences weren't convinced, because vulnerability without truth feels like theater. And the contradictions piled up, criticizing the press while leaking stories, demanding privacy while filming documentaries. The more they talked, the less believable they seemed. Meghan tried to manage her image like a luxury brand. Diana's, by contrast, was spontaneous, messy, imperfect, and that's what made it real. For all its flaws, the royal family has always understood the power of silence. William and Catherine rarely reveal too much. No revenge interviews, no emotional leaks, no drama. That restraint earned them something priceless: stability and credibility. Diana never had to declare her pain. The world saw it. Meghan, on the other hand, declared it again and again, until the emotion stopped feeling genuine and started feeling rehearsed. Even her early bashful phase, the soft voice, the hand-over-mouth gesture, felt like an act, as if she'd watched Diana's footage frame by frame. But that phase didn't last. That phase quickly gave way to courtroom speeches, bold statements, and orchestrated leaks, a complete transformation, like someone switching accents mid-sentence. And that made one thing painfully clear: this was never about sharing a story. It was about controlling one. When Meghan tried to step into Diana's shoes, she forgot what made Diana's story powerful: sincerity. Diana's authenticity was born from real suffering, real time, and the kind of silence that invites empathy. Meghan left no silence, only sound bites, sob stories, and Netflix scenes. And it backfired. The more they spoke, the less anyone cared. The more they shared, the smaller their audience became. That's the paradox of today's media. Access is easy, attention is rare, and when you flood the world with your truth, people eventually stop searching for it. Or still, Meghan and Harry weren't just reacting to the media, they were manipulating it, timing announcements to overshadow royal events, issuing emotional statements to stir sympathy, leaking stories privately while playing victims publicly.